Samantha from Jessima Tutorials here, and today I am going to show you how to create a cute pair of earrings using polymer clay. Now, to start off with, we're going to be creating a translucent jelly roll cane, and for that you're going to need some translucent polymer clay. In this case I'm going to be using Primo, and I've rolled this out into a strip that is about 1 millimeter thick. And on the one side of the strip I'm going to be applying metal leaf, and I'm going to be applying gold. Feel free to use any colour of metal leaf you want. You're just going to take that and you're just going to pop that down. I'm just trying to line it up. There we go. And then just run that over the surface, and then I should have enough here to apply it to the rest. And you could use multiple colours of metal leaf if you wanted to as well. Today I'm just going to be using the one colour, and that should just about do it. I'm not too worried about it being a perfect cover. That should get the job done. Then I'm going to take that, lift that up, flip it over onto the other side, and here I'm going to apply some alcohol inks. I've got a dark blue, a turquoise and a green, and you can use any brand you want. You can see I'm using 2 different brands here to get the colours that I want. And I'm going to start off with the kind of darker blue, and I'm going to pop that down on the one side. Okay, then spread it out. And this is what I'm going to use to kind of colour the piece. You could mix it into the translucent before applying the metal leaf if you wanted, but I kind of wanted to have a little bit more of a broken effect, so that's why I am applying it like this, where it will kind of leak into the clay and give almost a smoke ring effect. And then I'm just going to take that and apply it, and you would do that with both colours. You could use one colour, multiple colours, completely up to you. Okay, and then the last colour, which is a nice green. Also I'm going with blues and greens today. Again, feel free to use whatever colours you want. There we go. Alright, and then you're going to give that time to dry. I would give it around 15 minutes at most. It should dry within that amount of time. And then I am going to roll that up, and we're going to create our jelly roll cane. Okay, and once it has dried, you can lift that up, and I'm just going to quickly remove that, and there. That's how it should look once it's dry. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll it so that the alcohol ink is on the inside. And I'm going to start from the dark blue side so that that is in the center of the piece. And the clay is going to crack a little bit because it's not as fresh as I would like it to be, but that's perfectly fine. Also, if you want something, if you want to have a more crisp pattern at the end of this, you could also add a little bit of paint onto either the alcohol ink side or even the metal leaf side. A layer of white paint can really add a nice crisp line. I want it to be a little more subtle today, but that is something that you can keep in mind and maybe add if you wanted to. Okay, and then once I've rolled it, I will press in both sides, and at this point you really want to spend a little bit of time pressing it together, because the metal leaf does create a situation where the clay doesn't immediately stick. The layers of clay don't immediately stick together, so you want to just make sure to compact everything and get it to stick together, mostly by creating crackles in the clay, and then that sticks to itself. Hope that makes sense. There we go. And generally you can tell by giving it a roll, and if you feel it shifting a lot under your fingers, that's generally it not being stuck together. It should feel nice and firm when you do this. Right, and I'm just going to quickly remove that again. I'm going to grab a nice thin tissue blade so that I can cut this and we'll see how it looks. I'm going to cut that in half, and there you can see how that looks. And that's going to show up even better once I start to create a veneer with it, and especially once it's baked, because right now the translucent is still semi-opaque, and so the colours aren't going to be as vibrant as they would be once they've baked. So you're going to take that and just cut slices from it. Try to make it so that the slices are around the same thickness as one another. It's not a problem if they aren't, just try to get them there, and it will make popping them all together a bit easier. You're just going to roughly just kind of shift them together. Does not need to be perfect. Okay, and I am going to stick them together, so don't worry about getting them to stick together perfectly right now. You just want to move them into position. Okay, and that should work. Then I'm going to grab a piece of paper. That piece from the metal leaf before should work. And you're just going to go and burnish that together. And I'm actually going to use my roller to do that. Just getting it to stick. You can give it a roll as well. And this is just going to spread things out and get it to stick together and close up gaps between the pieces. It's also going to stretch the clay out and make those colours in the metal leaf show up a little bit more by distorting the layers. Okay, and let's see how that looks. And there, that looks really quite nice. Let me lift that up and show you. Let me make sure I use a firm blade for that. There we go. And there you can see how that looks. And again, that's going to show up even better once it's been baked. Okay, and I've got a piece of pearl white clay, and I've rolled it out to about the same thickness that this piece is, and that's going to depend on how much you rolled it, so it's going to vary from piece to piece. And what I'm going to do, let me just grab my blade, I'm going to just cut this in half. Okay, and then I am going to cut strips from this, so let me just trim off that edge, and then cut a nice thick piece, and then I'm just going to eyeball it and try to get a piece that's about the same thickness. There we go. Just bear with me for one moment. Just going to trim off the edge over here and place that down there. Gonna grab this one, trim off the edge as well, place that here, and I can see whether or not it's the same thickness. This is a little bit thicker than the other one, so I'll just trim away a bit of that. And again, these create great scraps. Okay, there we go. And once I've done that, I can pop them inside here. And I'm working on a piece of plain printing paper just because it makes it easier to slide things around. And once I've done that, I will just give it a burnish to stick everything together. And don't worry about how much pearl white there is here. There's not going to be any scraps. You can easily trim away the alcohol ink piece from the pearl white. So I just work with more clay than I need so that I don't run into an issue where potentially I underestimated how much I needed. Alright, and I'm just burnishing until I can't feel the line between the pieces anymore. And that shouldn't take too long. There we go. Okay, and that looks about good. Then, once that's done, I'm going to grab this little cutter. There is a link to the set in the description below. I sell it on my Etsy store, Jessima Design. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to position that, just trying to eyeball it so that it looks like it's in the middle, and I'm going to cut that out. I'll do the same here, cut out a piece, and those will be the earrings. And just lift that clay up, and then just take that, and you can remove that from the pearl white so that again you don't end up with any of the pearl white being scrappy, and then you can just reuse that in another project. Okay, then these are going to go into the oven for about 40 minutes at Primo's recommended temperature, and that should clear up the translucent, and then from there I'm going to give them a resin. And here they are out of the oven. Now, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to pick up on the camera there, but they are very translucent. The light shines through it really well. That you can see if I pass my fingers under there, you can actually see the shadow. So I will probably show that in the photos at the start of the video, but they are very translucent. They turned out really well. And yeah, I'm quite happy with how they have turned out. So now what I'm going to do is, now that they've cooled, I'm going to bring over a little silicone mat. And I'm just going to pop them down there, and I'm going to be applying a layer of resin to them. I think that this is going to really bring out the colours and just give them a nice shine. So I'm just going to grab that and just pop that down. That's bringing out the pearl white already. It's going to bring out the pop in the metal leaf as well. And once that goes in the sunlight, or if it's worn in the sunlight, it's really going to look quite nice. Okay, and I'm just applying that. There we go. Then just use some tools to spread that out so that it sits evenly across the surface. And then you can either pop that in direct sunlight or UV light for about 15 minutes just to cure that resin. And then I'm going to assemble them into a pair of earrings. There we go. And this is how it should look once the resin has finished curing. And it really does bring out the glass-like effect. Now, the next step is going to be just to use a little pin drill to drill a hole in the surface. You could of course double resin it. I've only resined the one side because I want the other side to be matte so that I've got a contrast, but feel free to resin or varnish the other side if you wish. But just drill through. There we go. Okay, then you're going to need a jump ring, you're going to need a jump ring, an ear wire, and a eye pin, and a little crystal bead. And I've gone with this one that has kind of a colour flash on it, which I think will look quite nice. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to first work on this, and for that I'm just going to pop it onto the head pin, create a loop with a pair of round nose pliers, bring that down, grab my pair of pliers to cut, and let's see, I think that will be enough, and then just hold that so that it doesn't go flying off. And finish your other loop, and then just make sure that they're both lined up. There we go. Then you can assemble, and to do that you're just going to grab the jump ring and open that up, apply that to the hole that you created. Loop on your bead, close up the jump ring, and then I just will open up the loop on the ear wire and apply that. And there we go, nice and easy. And I have already done the other one, and here is how that looks. And yeah, that's the pair of earrings. Quite nice. And I really do like how that translucent cane came out. And let me just actually place those so that you can see the light transfer on them. But yeah, that's basically it for today's tutorial. Bear in mind that you could change it up by applying different colours of ink and clay. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. If you enjoyed, consider leaving a like and subscribing, as I do videos just like this every single day. And if you'd like to support the channel so I can continue creating videos just like this one, please do consider becoming a member. There is a join button just below this video, or there is a link to my Patreon account, or there is a link to my Etsy store where you can find things such as the cutters that I used in today's video. All of those are greatly appreciated. And again, thank you for watching the tutorial, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.